Well, thank you so much, Sammy. That's Sammy Mokbel, who's the senior football correspondent at the BBC. And on that point about fan reaction, we've got a Forest fan joining us about all of this to get his reaction. So Rich Ferraro is from 1865, the Nottingham Forest podcast. Hi, Rich.
Hi, Marianna.
What do you make of Ange? Are you happy?
I think it's a bit of a contrast. The fan reaction's pretty mixed, to be honest. But I think some of the points that Sammy just made are really, really key. The difference between Ange at Forest and Ange at Spurs is that, firstly, Mr. Marinakis knows Ange already. There's a bit of a Greek connection there. And then secondly, he demands success. He'll have appointed Ange going, you won the Europa League last year, go ahead and do it again this year.
And you mentioned Marinakis there, the club's owner. What's the relationship like between him and the fan base, and how popular or unpopular, in your view, is this decision to get rid of Nuno?
Probably not popular, but on the other hand, it felt inevitable. Let's not deny it. For someone who's notoriously as guarded as Nuno to go ahead and it felt almost like an act of self-sabotage for him to be so vocal about the disconnect with the appointment of Edu as a director of football. Sure, names weren't mentioned, but previously Nuno and Marinakis had a great relationship, and that is often the key to running a football club in this modern day and age. Fans are generally pro Marinakis in the sense of he's somebody who absolutely puts his money where his mouth is and absolutely wants success. And it took a while to get out of the Championship. But I mean, to be in European football after 3 years in the Premier League was something we could only have dreamt about. And it is something that Marinakis did promise when we got promoted.
And last question from me. Do you think Ange can win in his second season at Forest?
Well, I'm expecting him to win in his first season at Forest.
Europa League again? Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the big one, isn't it? And you know what? Even if we do what Spurs did last season, yes, it felt a bit odd for you. You had loads of injured players and everything. Forest have got a thicker squad now. So hopefully we've got enough players that we can get through the injury crises. Even if we finish 15th and win the Europa League, I think we'd be happy with that.
Yeah, that I have to say I was very happy. So I agree. Well, thank you so much. That's Rich Ferraro from 1865, the Nottingham Forest podcast. And we are a little bit late to the news, but here are the headlines with Sojo Saka.